How my hidden repression ruined my life. I think the most important word here is hidden. I am a repressed man. I am less repressed now than I was before. But this is what I learned in life, just as like most guys do in our modern culture. We learn to repress. But hidden is like, obviously, we don't necessarily do it on purpose. There's a little bit of that, but if we knew what we were doing, then we wouldn't do it. And so I fell into this trap. And my life before how it is now, at my reflection of like before I did any of this work, it's like I was sad and I was broken and I was scared and afraid and I was anxious every day of my life. And this all, led to depression. Just like wondering, why am I here? What am I doing here? What is the point of all of this? Is this even worth fighting for? Like, is this even worth like me putting my efforts to being someone, putting my efforts to finding joy in life? I mean, it's dark. It's a really dark place for me, and it was most of my life. And I didn't know why. I didn't know why I was experiencing this level of anxiety, this level of like scaredness every single day, this level of pain. I didn't understand. And it ruined relationships for me. It ruined my ability to like work and have a job. Just something like that was, I could show up. It's not like I wasn't showing up, but like it was hard. It's hard to show up every day because every day for me, I would have a shutdown point where I would want to crash and go to sleep, or I'd want to close in on myself and just block out the world. For me, I had a freeze response. Still have it. That comes in, and like when something's hard for me, when I experience something that I don't want to experience, my body shuts down and it just wants to collapse into one place and hold. And clearly this is something I learned when I was young, something that's been with me for a long time. Now, what I didn't know is that I was repressing. I didn't know that there were a lot of feelings inside of me. I didn't know that there were a lot of ways that my being wanted to express, something inside of me wanted to express, and I wasn't allowing it because I was afraid. Now, likely we all repress for different reasons. Maybe we repress because our family doesn't allow us to express emotions. Or maybe we repress because we came into this life just naturally inclined toward fear. It doesn't really matter. The thing is that what repression does is it closes us down and down and down. If you look at all the space around me right now, all this potential of like, where I could go, what I could feel. But then I say, this space right here is not okay for me because it would make me look weird. If I interact with that stuff, I would look weird. And I don't want to look weird because society doesn't allow that, or my parents don't allow that, or my friends don't allow that. So now I'm not allowed to go here. Well, that's okay. I could just go over here. But now this is not okay for me either. Because over here is something like talking about sex. And talking about sex is not okay with me. Why? I don't know. That could be many reasons why, right? But now going over here is not okay. And you can see how if I have all of these different things, different fears, different weirds, not okays, this starts to close in on me. And it starts to become less of what like, it's infinite what I can do, and it's more like, oh, I can only do this and this and this. And that's how my life was. I could only do a few things. For me, is like, I played sports. I can express in that way. I can use my body in that way. Dance? No. Gymnastics? No. Martial arts? No. Ball sports? Yes. And like, that's just an example, but this is how my life closed in on me in so many ways. Until I was basically just this like shell of what was possible for me. And I was just so afraid of acting outside of what I knew. Like these bubbles that we were talking about of like, oh, I can't go here. I was so afraid to go there. If I even got close to it, it would shut me down. I would shut down. And this is how I ruin relationships, because I would shut down. I would just shut down completely. Someone would, like a girlfriend, for example, would want to talk about something or hit on something close to one of these bubbles, and I would just not talk. And I'd just walk away because I couldn't handle it. And how shitty is that? That I'm doing this to people in my life, people I care about. And I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what. I didn't know what I was doing to contribute to all this. I thought, it's a good point, I thought that life this is how life was, and that life was like punishing me. Because all this stuff in my life was so hard. And I was experiencing all this darkness. I was like, why is life doing this to me? And little did I know, I was doing it to me. Because I was not okay with these things. And not being okay with it leads to shutting down, leads to repression. If I feel something, no, not okay. Not okay to feel that. Not okay to express that. I feel anger, no, not okay. Do something else with it. Oh, I feel sadness, not okay. Push it down. There's just so much that was not okay. And so it was push, 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 away. No, 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 no. And for me, this expressed in my body. I had a lot of tension and tightness. I don't want to over dramatize this, but like, I couldn't move very well. Like I couldn't open my legs at all because I was so tight. I couldn't bend down, reach past my knees. The front of my hips were so tight. Like everything was like, my spine and my shoulders, like everything was just like, So all expressed in my body. My body had pain, I had back pain, I had hip pain. And like this pain that I had, like it was ruining my life. Like when you're stuck, like you can't express yourself. And it's funny because you not expressing yourself is why you're stuck. So for me, it was like, I got to this place where I was like, oh, I feel like I want to express myself, but I can't because my body's so stuck. And so I went on this really long journey that I'm still on today of not repressing. And at first, this broke open for me in big ways. I had like big releases, big openings of like realizations of like, why am I doing this? Why am I keeping myself so stuck? And so I had these openings of like, whoa, like emotional releases where like I finally said yes instead of no, right? I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna cry. Or okay, I'm gonna be angry. Or okay, I'm gonna feel that thing. I'm gonna choose to feel it instead of shutting it down again and again and again. I had these openings, and after the openings, I was like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. And this, it took years of doing that to even realize what I was doing. Like I knew that feeling, I was like, oh, feeling is good. I need to feel. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know that I was repressing and that what I was doing now was not repressing and opening up and feeling. it just like felt right for me. It's like, okay, this feels like something I need to do. So I go through years and years of this, and then I start to understand things better and go through a more intentional process where I start to do it like every day. Just noticing the ways that I'm shutting life down, and then now I want to open to that instead. And through that, years and years and years of work, and now daily work, daily work. It's like I love life. Is it hard? Yes. But are most days a lot lighter than before? Yeah. Are most days a lot more present than before? Yeah. Joyful? Yeah. And it all just comes from when those things, when I realize that those things that I say are not okay are present, that I let them in instead of push them out. And you know what happens when I let them in? It's not very pleasant, because there's a pattern inside of me that closes every time it experiences it. That's what it knows how to do. That's what it likes. So when you do something different, it doesn't like it. And when you do it, you're choosing to experience some or all of the hard stuff that comes along with that. But you have to understand that what's here, right? What's here, if you choose to experience it and allow it and open and let it flow, you're doing away with it. You're letting it go. So now, this is okay. I can go here now. It's not stuck. It's all okay with me. I've been there. It's good. Right? So this process for me, now I feel very little blocks. And when I encounter them in life, I still encounter them every day. Most days, I would say. They're not quite as big. They're not quite as scary. Some of them, when I get to that layer, I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't know this was here, right? But yeah, there's this less in the way. Now I can be who I want to be in the world. And it's not even who I want to be, it's who this thing inside of me wants to be. My authenticity, my intuition. Right? I can make these videos and just talk because there's less in the way. I can just let it flow, right? I just want to express this. I want this to be seen, because like repression is goddamn, it's everywhere. In everyone, in all of us, and it's natural. That's why it's hidden. It's natural. It's something that we do. We avoid pain. We avoid suffering. But it's natural, and our culture freaking loves it. Our culture promotes it in every way possible. I do believe that there's a way to live where there's less repression. And that's a big dream, and that's a big prayer. But the fact is that it's everywhere. It's in all of us, and it's massive. And it's part of what's causing all this ruckus all around the world. It's that we're not willing to look at ourselves and to feel this hard shit. So this is the warrior's path. This is the real stuff. I'm gonna take a second here to just promote and say, I just started a school community. I created a program. It's called Beginning Somatics. It's basically how to stop repressing is this program. It's 8 guided meditations along with homework and journal entries that you do. You take it at whatever pace you want. And it's how we can begin a process of feeling again. All this shutdown stuff, how to actually like feel it again and open to it. So go check that out. And to wrap this video up, I just want to speak to you and say, like, if you're realizing these things for yourself, like if you're on a spiritual path and you want to live, to become who you are, you can do it. And it's not a glorified path. You look at like all this stuff, all this spirituality stuff online, like there's so many different avenues of all this, like it's infinite, it goes forever, and all these different little nooks and crannies of the spiritual world. But when you see stuff that looks like enticing and beautiful, it's either fake or what you're looking at is someone who's done this work. So know that it's not any glam, how do you say, glamorized thing. This is like, you have to go to these places inside of you where it's not okay, and say yes, okay, it's okay, I'll be here, I'll be with this. And that's how you can come out of whatever you're in. That's how you can get closer to yourself and enjoy life more. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a comment. Tell me what's going on with you. Tell me if you're doing any of this work. If you have anything you want to share, happy to hear it, happy to respond to you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in another video. Adios.